Welcome back to another episode of my Tulane Green Wave Dynasty. Our Green Wave are currently at 8-2, and in this episode, we will be taking a road trip to Navy. Very excited to face the Midshipmen. I have not faced a triple option team in this game yet, so interested to see how that works. But before we kind of get into, Navy's uh, season and the stats and players and stuff, I kind of wanted to show you guys a couple of different things and kind of talk on the way this team is playing so far. Patrick Jenkins, our defensive tackle right now, is currently the number one player up for the Heisman. He has been outstanding this year. We'll take a look at the stats, but kind of wanted to go through the some of the awards and where we're standing right now, and then kind of go through the stats. We see Jenkins and Hughes here up on the Player of the Year. Head Coach of the Year, we do have Coach Brown. Ty Thompson is not in at quarterback, but as we move over to defensive player, Patrick Jenkins, Tyler Grubb, Hayden Huntington, that defensive line has just been outstanding so far this year. Defensive back, Bailey Despani leading the way. DK Magruder is also up here in contention for this award. And Ransaw even is sneaking in right now at the back end of that list. Hughes right now is the top running back considered in the country. And even Clayton Johnson is at fifth. So really good dynamic duo there. As we move to receiver, we do have Mario Williams, which I'll go over his stats in a minute. I think Mario should be farther up this list for sure. Move over to Lombardi for Best Defensive Lineman of the Year. That's Patrick Jenkins and Aiden Huntington up top. Johnny Unitas Golden Armor guy. We don't have a senior quarterback. Defensive end, Huntington right now is second to Westmoreland from UTEP. I think he's the only guy we have on the list. He is. Interior lineman, don't have anybody there. Best tight end, we don't have anybody there. Broyles Award, both of our coordinators. Best linebacker, Tyler Grubbs, currently leading the way. Don't have anybody in here for center. Nobody here for LaGroza. Nobody for punter. And we do not have a returner. But, yeah, we'll kind of quickly go over the stats. I'll start showing this at the end of episodes. But just wanted to kind of point out some things. So Ty Thompson is actually leading all of college football. All of college football in passing yards, just over 3,300, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I don't think he's leading on a per-game basis. Running back Mekhi Hughes is, I think, like top 5 or something nationally in rushing yards. Yes, he is actually number 3. 14 touchdowns on the season, puts him at second behind Peasant from Middle Tennessee State. But yeah, Hughes is having an excellent season. And Clayton Johnson is not much farther down here, somewhere in the top 25, 711 yards. His 10 touchdowns as well actually have him tied for 5th. So excellent running back duo we've had. But as you look, Mario Williams is leading all of college football right now in receiving yards. As we do it on a per-game basis, he slides down a little bit, but still 6th on that. And his 11 touchdowns are also around 8th or 9th without me counting it out exactly, but having an excellent season. But we'll take a look kind of at the entire roster. So we've had Ty Thompson's also had 9 rushing touchdowns. Barnes has 1 as well. Preston's having a good season, well on his way to at least closing in on 1,000 yards. But yeah, just taking a look at Mario Williams, he has been on an absolute tear. He's been I would say really the main focal point of this offense. 5 of his last 6 games, he's gone over 120 yards at least. With the other one, he did at least score, but he scored in 6 straight games with multiple scores in 3 of those. So he has really come on strong here. Brown has been a useful player. His third option, Hughes, has been excellent out of the backfield. Ballman, 32 catches, 359 yards. He has not scored a touchdown yet, but Preen, Griffin, and then Benasser have scored at least a touchdown. Benasser scored 2 on just 3 catches. Take a look at the offensive line. Haven't allowed a whole lot of sacks. It's been our 2 tackles that have struggled with that the most, though. Despani right now is our leading tackler with Machado behind him, along with Rogers sliding in at that third spot. That's the excellent athlete we have there, right outside linebacker. Tackles for loss, Patrick Jenkins, 27. I believe is easily leading the country, 9.5 sacks. Grubbs with 26 and 6.5, and Huntington has 21 and 6.5. Interceptions, Despani and Eugene Jr. are leading the way. Eugene's got as many interceptions as he does tackles on the season, which is just extraordinary. Magruder's got 3. Rogers and Machado, Tillery and Geiger each have 2. And Ransall and Jack T each have 1. Now we'll shift things over to what Navy has done so far this year. And again, just kind of want to show you all the stats. I'll start kind of scrolling through the without going too in depth at the end of every episode. That way we are kind of seeing how things are ending up. But yeah, Navy's at just 4-5 on the season. They did beat FCS East in week 1. Got drugged by Temple, who we beat in the last episode. Memphis, they did beat them and beat UAB in two-point wins. They got shut out by Air Force in a 10-0 loss. Came off the bye and beat Charlotte, and then they have lost 3 games in a row, but all have been close games, even against Notre Dame, who's currently 8-1 and number 2 in the country. But yeah, they get to face Tulane here at home. As expected, they are an option team, so the roster is definitely a little weird. They don't have a whole lot of standout players. Of course, got a couple of really good defensive players, but it's really all about the scheme and how they attack you is going to be the interesting thing here. Quarterback, they have Blake Horvath, of course, good speed, good decision maker. Not the strongest arm, but is at least accurate in the short game. At running back, they have Brandon Chapman, Eli Heidenreich, Amin Hassan, Trevon Radden, and Matt Byram. Don't know how many of these guys play, but wanted to point them all out. At fullback, of course, this is a big part of the offense. They have Alex Texza, Daba Fofana, Kenzo Viteri, and Marshawn Frazier. So, good mix of talent. These guys here at the top have really solid speed. I mean, good athletes for the fullback position. Not expecting them to throw a whole lot, but they do have Nathan Kent, Regis Velez, Croy Myers, Turner Stepp, and Noah Bull out at wide receiver. Probably just mainly going to be these top 3. Cody Howard, Thomas Scully, and Shaq Clayton are their leading tight ends, with Howard and Scully being the main 2 we'll see today. Good offensive line, obviously not very big because of what the Navy has to do in real life. Shout out to the servicemen. Yeah, Connor McMahon here at the left tackle is a good player. Ben Purvis, good player. Brent Self, a good player with a good backup in Hoffman. Javon Baton's a good player there. Evan Jackson behind him is also solid. And Trey Cummings at right tackle. As we move over to the defensive side, they have Justin Reed, really good left end, power rusher, good power moves, pretty good run defender as well. At right tackle, they have Luke Pierce, who is a speed rusher, good athlete, decent finesse move, but it's a good run defender as well, with Jordan Sanders behind him. Defensive tackle, they have Landon Robinson. Again, not a big body guy, but very, very strong, and is a decent run defender. Kendall Whiteside, and then we got Tyler Narayan. As their top 3 defensive tackles, I'm expecting to see, they do have Jake Lusk as well. There, got Jackson Campbell here at left outside linebacker. Really good athlete, but poor tackler. No hit power. Got a really good power move and finesse move and a decent zone. He really looks more like a pass rusher. He does a pass coverage guy. But as with having listed, obviously, he is not very big. Got Riley Bergeson behind him. Then a linebacker, we got Job Grant. And Kyle Jacob is out with an injury, so probably going to see a little bit of Shamar Barber here. Pretty solid player. But this is their kind of their shining star on the entire roster is Colin Ramos here at right outside linebacker. He's a really good player. Kenneth Michon behind him is a very good athlete as well. That 91 awareness for Ramos, 95 play rec. I mean, a really good tackler, really good run defender. Excellent pursuit, pretty solid zone guy. He'll be probably a very good run defender, I would guess, against us here. So move over to corner. I have Deshaun Peel, not very big, not very fast. Got Andrew Duhart behind him. Again, not very big, not very fast. Terrell Richards, not very big, not overly fast. Maurice Parker, Lorenzo Vitti. So you kind of get the gist, right? Team is not going to be overly large. They're not super athletic, but they play fundamental ball. Rayon Lane here as another impact player here, free safety, very high overall, good athlete, really good play rec, and a good zone cover safety there for sure. And Garrison Meekins is their starting strong safety. At kicker, they have Nathan Kirkwood, and a punter, they have Riley Reithman, a really good punter. But yeah, taking a road trip here to take on the Midshipmen. Definitely looking forward to playing them and taking on this offense. As we will get things rolling. Just going to run. Actually, I'll take a look and see what uniforms they have. Do we give them the double navy look? Yeah, let's give them the all navy look there. And we'll just rock with our basic away uniforms. But yes, we are taking another road trip here in the American Conference. As we see the jets flying over top, we're taking this to the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium. Very, very excited. See how many fans they have in the stands. Pretty well. We got a decent crowd in here. Yeah, very excited here to take a trip to Annapolis, Maryland. Take on the Midshipmen. See if Tulane can keep things rolling. They've been, I think it's 5 straight wins since the loss against South Florida. Have been playing a lot better. Offense has been outstanding. The defense has been so-so in spots. And again, I have not defended the triple option at all on this game. So we will see how that works out. But the kick is off and we are away. Here are the cannons in the background. This one is going to be returned up to about the 19. That was Troy Myers, excuse me, on there. As we take a look at Blake Horvath. Don't throw it a whole lot. Let's see what we can do against this triple option look. This is going to be a look. Horvath was able to break a tackle. Boy, it should have been maybe a loss of yards. Ended up gaining 9 on that play. Got the fullback, Texa, behind Horvath. It is a look again for Horvath, and Horvath gets out wide quickly on the option. Another big run, gain of 13 on that one. So far, so good for Navy here early in this one. Tulane's got to do a good job of not over pursuing, trying to make reads and trying to make plays. As Horvath gets the pitch out to Heidenreich. It's another first down. So 3 excellent run plays so far for this Navy team. They run to the right every time. This is going to be a handoff to Heidenreich. Patrick Jenkins does get the stuff there. Again, Patrick Jenkins right now the leading Heisman guy as a defensive tackle, just insane. Navy is definitely going to keep this game as short as possible. It's another option. Horvath just follows there, kind of on a midline option. It's another gain of 9 on that play. Tulane looking to get a 3rd down stop. Texas has not gotten the carry yet. He does here. He gets met and he is stuffed. His Navy is going to have to punt it away. That punt is well out of the back of the end zone. And Ty Thompson, this Tulane offense, will get it started. Again, they show Mario Williams there at the front of your screen. Has just been dominant over the past couple of weeks. Really the past month and a half or so. See if he can keep that going. As Ty Thompson comes out with a bunch set to his right on the first play of the game. Thompson drops back, takes the snap. He's just going to dump that over to Mario Williams. Mario Williams getting off to a quick start, 1 catch. Takes it up for 9 yards. Come out with this double stack wide receiver look. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to get that over to Mario Williams. And Williams has got speed down the sideline. A lot of running room. Gets pushed out of bounds already across midfield. As well as Navy runs it. If this somehow becomes a shootout, they are not built to stick with this Tulane offense. Definitely going to need a good defensive performance here. Thompson calls an audible. And he's going to hand this one off. Hughes with his first carry of the game. Gets a good block. Only a gain of 9 there. It's now a 4 wide receiver look here for Tulane. He's going to get that ball out to Preston. Preston gets a block, tries to bounce it outside. Easily gets the first down, plus a lot more. Tulane off to a good start so far in this game. See if they can keep it going. It's again a 4 wide receiver set. Ty Thompson with Hughes in the backfield. And it is going to be a carry for Hughes straight up the middle. Runs it forward, gain of about 9.5 there. Hughes again is coming off of an excellent game last week. Having just an outstanding season. It took them about a month to really get the run game going. But since they did, it has been all uphill. That's going to be a pass over the middle. Preston with a hell of a catch while being hit by 2 defenders. Makes it a 1st and goal. It again is this 4 wide spread flex look. And Hughes is going to get the handoff. Able to bounce that one inside. Almost met in the backfield. Gets it down to the 2. They now do bring Ballman out here for a little extra blocking. Clayton Johnson takes his first carry of the day, but is tackled down by Landon Robinson. Does end up at the 1. This has definitely been the Ty Thompson special once they get this close in. 4 wide set. Thompson does take the quarterback blast up the middle and walks into the end zone. Tulane up early. Ty Thompson with another rushing touchdown on the season. Takes it in the end zone and gives Tulane their first lead of the day. As Knox kick is up and is good, it is 7-0 Tulane. Up early here over Navy. With how much both these teams run the football, you certainly would think this would be a pretty quick game. Especially if Navy can put together a couple of drives like they did that last one. So possessions are going to be all the more important with less time, being utilized. Or more time being utilized, I guess, on a per play basis. As they run to the left this time, it's the first carry for Texas. First run to the left and the first carry for the fullback there. Gain of 2. It's again another carry for Texas. Gets hit by Angelo Anderson down. Gain of nothing on that play. Actually calling it a tackle for loss. 3rd and 8. Navy just as likely to run the football as pass it here, but it is a pass. He's going to be sacked by Patrick Jenkins, who is now in double digits on the season. Up to 10.5 sacks now. And Navy's going to have to punt it again. Very bad possession for them. As their 3 plays ended up for -5 yards. Mario Williams takes the kickoff, gets it up to the 46 before he is tackled down. The 2 tight end set. Sends Brown in motion. Brown takes the handoff, gets a block from Bowman, and Brown got some speed. Gains about 12 or 13 on that play and does get the first down. Tulane yet again now in Navy territory. Thompson, 3 wide receiver set. He's going to get that out to Brown on the screen. Brown not able to get a whole lot there, just a gain of 4. And it's again a 3 wide receiver set. Ballman at tight end to the left. They send Hughes in motion. And he gets a good pass out to Hughes. Hughes able to outrun the defender enough to get the first down as Rayon Lane chases him down. But that's the end of the first quarter. Tulane up 7-0, but in scoring range here against the Midshipmen. We'll take a look at the first quarter stats. Again, no passing yards for Navy as expected. And the sack really hurt what they've done so far on the ground. But 3 wide receiver set. Ty Thompson with Hughes in the backfield with him. And it is a handoff to Hughes. Hughes able to break a tackle, falls forward, a gain of 8 there. So trio set to the right. Ty Thompson takes the snap. He's going to dump this one off to Brown, who's been involved early here. 3rd catch of the day for him. Ty Thompson, again, is perfect so far. They come out with this double stack look. Thompson tries to get that to Mario Williams. Mario Williams able to get up the field, a gain of 5. Again, it's that bunch set over to the right. Clayton Johnson in the game with Ty Thompson. It is a carry to Clayton Johnson. Unable to break the tackle there. Would have gotten into the end zone, I believe, but it is a 3rd and 1. 4 wide receivers. Hughes in the backfield with Thompson. And it is going to be a handoff to Hughes, who gets into the end zone. Tulane is now up 2 touchdowns there. Navy's defense was a little bit more spread out. They just handed off up the middle. Tulane and Mekhi Hughes able to find the end zone. Knott's kick is up and it is good. 14-0 lead here for Tulane in Annapolis. Now the kickoff driven out of the end zone. Excuse me, right in the very back of the end zone. Myers was able to catch it, but he takes a touchback. See if Navy can have a better drive than they did last one. The first drive had a couple of really good plays there, the first 4 or 5 snaps, and then finally got shut down. Texas takes the ball, a gain of 2. I don't think that run with Texas up the middle is going to be the, I know it's kind of just part of this offense. Just as I was about to say, I don't know how well it's going to work. Texas there, it does take that one for a gain of about 9 for a first down. Sends his man in motion. Ooh, Aiden Huntington tackles Texas down. Just a gain of 1 on that play. Horvath. Going to be another carry to Texas. This time Texas gets some good blocking up front. Able to easily take that one for a first down. Navy's going to chew up a lot of the clock if you don't get stops on them. This is going to be an option, and they get it out wide to Chapman. Chapman easily chases the first down. This offense is a beauty when it is working. This is going to be another carry to Texas. Does take this one through Patrick Jenkins for a gain of 3. 8 carries now for the fullback. Going to be another carry. This one wrapped up by Huntington and Patrick Jenkins. 3rd and 7. And as I was trying to say last time, they're just as likely to run it as pass it here. And this is going to be a run. Horvath does get stopped before getting the first down in Navy. Kirkwood is going to attempt a field goal here to make it 14-3. The kick is up, and it does get inside the uprights. Tulane up 14-3 here over the Midshipmen now. Bohannon receives the kickoff, takes it up past the 20, up to the 22. Tulane is back out on offense. As we see for the first time this year, Mekhi Hughes in the Wildcat quarterback, Clayton Johnson. And it is a carry for Clayton Johnson, gets up the middle, or gets outside, excuse me, gain of 7 on that play. Technically a pass. Tulane now with the 2 tight end set in the pistol. Haven't seen a whole lot of that this year. This is going to be a little power play to Hughes. Hughes able to show a lot of patience there. Finds a hole. Hughes is now dealing with a bit of a left ankle situation, it looks like. So we see Clayton Johnson come out. Send Ballman in motion. Clayton Johnson takes the snap, tries to get out wide. Couldn't find any running room there to turn it up. 2nd and 11. Again, Hughes has been obviously a major part of this offense. Right now, he is the leading guy for running back of the year. Thompson, he's going to get this out to Ballman on the RPO. Ballman with a lot of running room. Gets that pass midfield. Yeah, while we're obviously very comfortable with what we have seen out of Barnes and certainly Clayton Johnson, we do want to see Hughes out there. We now have hit the 2-minute warning. Tulane up 14-3. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to get this one wide out to Williams, and this completed a gain of 8. Double stack look. Clayton Johnson gets the carry. He's going to take that one for a first down. A lot of time here left in this first half. Tulane with all their timeouts. Ty Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to dump this one over to Brown, who does make a 6-yard catch there. And again, we still have Clayton Johnson out there. Ty Thompson takes the snap. He's going to dump this over to Clayton Johnson, who doesn't get a whole lot of blocking there, but partially due to his fault, but does end up getting the first down. 4 wide receiver set. Ty Thompson going to try to take the snap, tries to get it out to, did not see exactly who that was. I believe it was Preen. It is an incomplete pass. 4 wide receiver set here again for Thompson. Takes the snap. He's going to try to run this little mid-screen to Brown, and it does work for a gain of 9. 4 wide receiver set here again. It's a direct snap to Clayton Johnson. Clayton Johnson able to get up the field, gets a first down. Now we have a minute left before we head into halftime. 4 wide receiver set. They're going to try to get that one to Griffin. He gets hit immediately, does not get the block he needs from Preston on that play. Full wide receiver play. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to get sacked. Coming around the end there was Colin Ramos, perhaps their best player on the entire roster. 4 wide receiver look here. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to scramble out. He tries to make a throw. Mario Williams catches it but has to fall down. Tulane will be forced to kick a field goal here. His Knott's kick is up, and it is no good. He is not able to sneak it into the upright. Knott has missed a couple of those really close field goals from that right side. Tulane is still up, but that is a very disappointing finish to the first half here for the Green Wave. Navy's got to complete a pass. Have ran the ball fairly well on Tulane, but it is a 14-3 lead for the Green Wave as we head to the locker room here. We see they just showed the same pass back to back there to Mario Williams. And Navy kicking it off to start the second half. Reithman drives it deep. It is taken for a touchback. We do have, looks like Hughes is at least healthy enough to play, but I believe that they're going to utilize Clayton Johnson a lot more here in this second half. Probably see a little bit more of Arnold Barnes as well. This is a carry to Clayton Johnson. Gets a nice run to start the second half there, a gain of 5. Bunch set to the right. Clayton Johnson in the backfield. Ty Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to loft this one to Mario Williams, and it's a perfect pass. Mario Williams with another long touchdown. Navy does not have the speed in the secondary to hang with Williams in these one-on-one press situations. And Tulane scores early. And Mario Williams now with his 5th straight 100-plus yard gain. And we are still very early in the third quarter here. Tulane now up 21-3. That one is driven down. Myers on the return. Does get tackled by Preen. Brought down. Navy has not officially attempted a pass yet, as Horvath was sacked on his only pass attempt. They try to get wide. Great play by the Tulane defense there. He finally pitches it to Heidenreich, but he is tackled in the backfield by Jesus Machado. 2nd and 14 for Navy. It's going to be a carry to Texas, who gets tackled down by Patrick Jenkins, who has just tackled that fullback a whole bunch of times so far in this one. 3rd and 10. Does Navy pass it here? They do. He does finally dump it off, but that ball is dislodged by Lou Tillery. That was an attempted pass to Cody Howard. But Navy, unfortunately, going to have to punt again here. Reithman gets a hellacious punt off. Mario Williams has a chance on the return, does get tackled down after he crosses the 40. Again, we are seeing Clayton Johnson come out there with Ty Thompson, trying to make sure Hughes is good for this stretch run. Clayton Johnson takes the carry, does get tackled there for a gain of 9. I think I might just, let me look at Hughes' stats. Do not want to get him hurt. Come on. Yeah, 6 for 38 and a score. I'd like to see him win that running back of the year. We might give him a couple more touches. We'll see. Let's see what he feels like. As we do see Hughes come out. It's a double stack set. This is going to be a carry to Hughes. It's a nice run there for a first down. He is banged up. Let me just take him out. -12 speed right now. That you can't play with that. He might get the occasional snap here in the second half. He is some kind of banged up, that's for sure. As we see Clayton Johnson come back out. Less than 8 minutes left now here in this third quarter. And it is a carry to Clayton Johnson, who gets a lot of blocking. Takes that for a gain of 8. bunch set. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to dump this off to Mario Williams. Williams gets a block and is able to get up the sideline. Mario Williams inside the 10 before he's hit out of bounds. Ty Thompson to Mario Williams has been the most electric duo in the conference, if not the country, so far this year. Now 4 wide set. We do see Hughes back out there for this snap at least. Thompson takes the snap. Tries to scramble up and does get sacked there. Let's see what Tulane decides to do here. I'm out with that bunch set to the right again. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to scramble this one out. Tries to throw it away, but gets sacked again. Back-to-back sacks. Thompson taking too many licks here on this possession. Thompson takes the snap. Try to set up the screen to Clayton Johnson, who gets a good first block. Clayton Johnson tries to bounce it back inside. Is tackled down at the 2. And cannot finally make an inside of the 20-yard line field goal. Knott's kick is up and does sneak in finally. 7-play drive there from Tulane. They extend their lead to 24-3. The kickoff is away. Going to be a chance to return here for Hassan, who spins away from the first defender, but he is wrapped up at the 12.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Horvath sends his man in motion. It's a handoff. Anderson on the tackle of Texa there.
On the double. 29 Philly. Ready, go.
Horvath again sends his man in motion. Again, it's Anderson on the tackle of Texa. Back-to-back plays there. 3rd and 7. As Horvath dropped back the pass for his second attempt of the day. Send a man in motion. It is a pass. And that is a hellacious throw from Horvath over to Nathan Kent. Horvath's first completion of the day goes for 26 yards. Sends a man in motion. It's a toss play. Gets it out to Chapman, who does get wrapped up by Magruder there. What a pretty solid run. Ain't a 7 there. Horvath back under center. Sends his man in motion. Oh, and it's a play action, and they're able to get it underneath. Regis Velez. Second completion of the game. Both have been on this drive. Navy puts an extra offensive lineman in and tackle. It's a carry to Texa, but wrapped up by Patrick Jenkins. They have not been able to block Jenkins consistently here. Now it is as bunched up an offensive set as you can get here. And it's a toss. Ransall able to run down Heidenreich. Just a gain of 2 sets up a 3rd and 8. Horvath's been really good in the passing game on this drive, and it is another pass. He gets hit as he tries to throw that one away. Navy's going to attempt a field goal here with Kirkwood. Trying to get a little bit closer. Kick is up, and it is good. 24-6 now for Navy. Have just not been able to consistently run the ball. They've had a couple of chunk plays here and there. Navy boots it away. Reefman drives it into the end zone. Rogers is going to attempt a return here. Gets a really good return out to the 25. As we see Tulane comes back out here. Thompson takes the snap. It's going to be a little inside screen to Mario Williams. Williams able to utilize his speed and gets the first down. see what Tulane, obviously in control of this game, probably looking to largely run out the clock. Clayton Johnson gets a really big hole there. Some excellent blocking on the interior. And that will end the third quarter. Tulane up 24-6. They've been in control in this one throughout. Tulane looking to get ranked for the first time this year. Maybe a win here might do it. It's now a 3 wide receiver set. Ballman in at tight end. Clayton Johnson again gets the carry. Gets up the middle there for a gain of 4. Thompson calls an audible. Doesn't like the look. He gets another carry to Clayton Johnson. Controller, I guess. 3rd and 2. Thompson again with this 3 wide receiver set. He's going to get this one out to Ballman. Ballman's going to get the first down and more. Ballman doesn't get utilized a whole lot, but he has been big on those little RPO flat plays for them over the past couple of weeks.
On the double.
Tulane again in scoring distance.
Jackrabbit.
Hughes takes the carry. It's a buck sweep. He just takes and gets what he can. Just a gain of 1 there for Hughes back out there. Hughes is definitely looking a little bit better.
Ready, set.
Not in the red anymore. Clayton Johnson now back out.
Easy.
It's a trio set to the right. It's another carry for Clayton Johnson, who does get wrapped up by Robinson after a gain of 4. And now a 3rd down.
Ready up.
3rd and 5, 4 wide receiver look. Thompson takes the snap. He tries to fit that into Mario Williams, but it is picked off. Colin Ramos shows why he is one of the best defensive players in this conference and picks off that pass, the 11th interception of the season for Ty Thompson.
Ready, fight.
Tried to fit that into Mario Williams, just a half second late on the throw, and Navy gets their biggest play of the day so far. Horvath throws that excellent pass up the seam. Nathan Kent. This game is not over, folks. That goes for a long touchdown for Navy. As they fire the cannon. Horvath rolling out to his left there, just shot puts that ball perfectly to Nathan Kent, who easily outruns Geiger there for the touchdown. Kirkwood in to attempt the field with the extra point. It is up and it is good. 24-13 now. Navy makes it a little closer. It's an 11-point game here, still a 2-score lead for the Green Wave. Rogers takes it up. He gets wrapped up right at the 20. Let's see if Ty Thompson, this offense, can make up for that last drive.
On the set.
Come out with that patented double stack look. It's going to be a carry to Clayton Johnson, who gets a big hole, runs that forward for about 14. Clayton Johnson getting extra work today with
Got it.
Hughes dealing with an injury. Now see Arnold Barnes out there. Thompson takes the snap, and it is going to be a handoff to Barnes. Barnes maneuvers around and falls forward and gets the first down. Gain of 11 on that play.
On the ready.
Come out with this 4-wide look again. Barnes still in the backfield. And it is going to be a carry to Barnes, who breaks the first tackle, but is then wrapped up in the backfield by Luke Pierce. Loss of 2 there. It's now 2nd and 12. Tulane letting this clock run down a little bit. He's going to get that a screen pass to Barnes. Does get a couple of blocks. Barnes still going. Gains 9 there. Makes it a 3rd and 3. If you're Tulane, you know where they are looking to get the ball to. Navy has to be expecting it's a one-on-one throw. He tries to get that out to Mario Williams, who does make the sliding catch. 181 yards on 9 catches for him. Thompson, again, has been electric in this game. Does have the interception. Thompson, the bunch set, takes the snap. He's going to get that over to Clayton Johnson, who gets brought down immediately, but it is a gain of 4. See Arnold Barnes comes back out there again in a 4-wide set. And it is a carry for Barnes. Breaks off the first tackle, takes that up for a gain of 4, makes it a 3rd and 2.
Okay, ready?
4-wide set, Barnes to Thompson's left this time. He has to pitch that one quickly out to Barnes. Does Barnes have the speed? He does not. Get stopped short. 4th and 1. Ray Knott out to attempt the field goal. And that one is going to be absolutely shank daddy over to the right. One of the worst kicks of all time from Ray Knott there. Just 1 for 3 on field goals. I can't kick field goals in this game. I know some of y'all that have been watching the channel know that, but I cannot kick field goals in this game. I really need to just spend time just practicing it. Horvath scrambles up the field there. Able to get around to Spani. That's a huge scramble for him. Gain of probably 15 or 16. Less than 3 minutes left in the game. Navy needs to score right now. Zed is out of the shotgun and he drops back to pass. Horvath going to scramble again. Nobody's there. Gain of 7. Two missed field goals for Tulane could be looming large. That ball is dumped off to Texa. He does get knocked down, but it's after he gets the first down. Shotgun look again. 2 backs in the backfield. That is a pass over, knocked out Geiger on the hit there to Nathan Kent, who scored the long touchdown on their last drive. It's knocked out of his hands. Another good pass there for Horvath, though. Horvath gets that ball out to Myers, who does make the grab. We're going to be hitting the 2-minute warning here. Tulane trying to hang on. It's 24-13 Navy with a chance here to make it a 1-possession game. Sends his man in motion. It is a play-action pass. And that is a pass over the middle, and it is picked off by Ransall. And that will likely do it. Now it's just a matter of if they can officially run out the clock. I have not seen that turnover celebration. I think I clicked too much, but I do like the Mardi Gras beads there. Clayton Johnson gets up a gain of about 1, does get tackled down.
On the set.
Double stack look.
Easy.
Clayton Johnson is going to get the carry. Runs it forward. Not really a whole lot of running room there. Sets up a 3rd and 7. Thompson takes the snap. He's going to try to loft this over, and it is caught again by Mario Williams for the huge 3rd down conversion. His 10th catch for 199 yards. Navy is out of timeouts. Tulane can really run this one way down. Barnes takes the draw carry up for just a gain of 3 there. Press the wrong button with that.
Okay, break. Easy.
Thompson hands it off to Barnes again. Barnes just a gain of 2.
Are you ready?
This will be the last snap of the game. Thompson takes it. It's a hand off to Barnes. He is wrapped up, but Tulane will come away with a 24-13 win here in Annapolis. Really tight game. Navy just could not make enough plays. Didn't have that much success running the ball straight up the middle, and that really hindered the offense. Got stuck in more 3rd and longs than what they need to. Tulane played a mostly clean game, did get an interception from Ty Thompson, and this one was really just a nice play by Colin Ramos. But Thompson in this offense, huge day for Mario Williams. Kai Hughes banged up. You see an excellent performance all around from Ty Thompson. Just 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing, but that completion percentage through the roof again. As we see that long touchdown for Mario Williams. It's the long one to Nathan Kent on a hell of a throw by Horvath. Find Kent up the seam, and he's got a lot of speed. But it's Tulane that comes out on top. Let's just see if we can find a little thumbnail action. I think since Patrick Jenkins right now is our Heisman guy. See if we can maybe get a little thumbnail for him. But yeah, let's take a look at the stats here. In Navy, ran the ball a lot. That really controlled the time of possession for them, able to keep it close. Tulane had way more time of possession though. Really just wanted to run the ball a whole lot in this one. Ty Thompson, you see, very efficient, 25 of 27, 332 yards. Did throw an interception, but we'll take it. A nice play by the linebacker. Kai Hughes did have the technical pass attempt on the little jet sweep action out of the Wildcat. Clayton Johnson, 15 carries, 66 yards. Hughes, 8 for 49 and a touchdown. Again, banged up. See how that affects his running back of the year candidacy. Barnes, 7 for 19. Ty Thompson ended up negative 10 yards, but did get a rushing touchdown. Mario Williams, another huge day, 10 catches, 199 yards and a score. Brown, 5 for 38. Clayton Johnson, 4 for 27. Preston, 2 for 25. Ballman, 2 for 31. Barnes, 1 for 9. Griffin, 1 catch, 0 yards. And Hughes did have 1 catch out of the backfield for 10 yards. Defensively, Patrick Jenkins, big day. 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack from the defensive tackle. Machado, 5 and 1. Anderson, 5 and 1. Didn't really get a whole lot of tackles for losses. Anderson also had 1 as well. And Tillery, excuse me. I've already called out Anderson's stats. But, I mean, just kept them really in a whole lot of the, again, a lot in them 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 6s, the stuff that they're just not built to get, as Horvath goes 5 for 9, 129 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Texas took 13 carries for 37 yards. Horvath 9 for 61. Did have a pretty good day on the ground. 3 carries for Heidenreich for 7 yards. Chapman 1 for 17. They had more success going out wide, unless it was Horvath taking it up the middle. But they didn't get it out wide enough in this one. Kent, 2 catches, 97 yards, and that long 71-yard touchdown. Texas 1 for 5. Myers 1 catch for 13. Velez 1 for 14. Them defensively, obviously the big day goes to Ramos, 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and the interceptions. But Meekins, 13 tackles. Duhart, 11 with a tackle for loss. Robinson had a really good day on the interior, 11 tackles, but no tackles for loss. And Lane had 10 tackles. Tackle for losses, we have Ramos with the 2, Pierce, Duhart, Campbell, and Grant, all with tackles for loss. 2 sacks going to Ramos and Grant. Again, Ramos did have the interception, so nice team win here. Yeah, never really felt like Navy was really overly a threat, but it was interesting to face the that option attack as we do get to level 9. Do I get some points? I think at one point this year we've had the points not show up, but I do need them as we do. So we'll go ahead and update some coach abilities here. Still working on recruiting here for sure. So mainly looking at, not really any defensive linemen. Not really. I guess I could look at wide receiver. Let's do running back. And before I do, let me take a look again at who I'm recruiting and who my biggest battles are and who I need to make the most moves for. So got my quarterback. Did find a running back there I'll probably try to make a move for here in the coming weeks. Ellerby was still trying to push for. Tamini we're leading, but people are starting to show interest. Tight end, we got probably this offensive line is probably the biggest thing, but I don't know exactly how far ahead I am. So not really recruiting any defensive linemen, so it's all about the linebackers. No corners. Got my 2 free safeties. So I can pretty much just go with whatever we feel like. So I would imagine I will need, I would imagine I'll need to continue to attack some of these other position groups. So we'll just kind of level things out. So we got 2 there for quarterbacks. I can probably wait till my next upgrade for that. We'll definitely have to be doing some secondary guys next year. So we'll just kind of fill that out. We'll advance, show you the team stats, go over the top 25. Let's see if we're ranked after that win on the road. We're up to 9-2. As no commits, nothing really changing there. Yeah, we're at 9-2. We are ranked number 24. CFP bracket, we should still be. Ooh, a new menu. I did get the update when I was recording. I have not seen it, but that is a slick screen. I like that a lot. I like that better than what we just had, actually. As we are currently now the 12 seed, so we dropped from the 4 seed to the 12 seed, but that's just because some of the apparently one of these top 4 teams really made a move this past week. But we'll go over here. Let's go over the top 25 scores from this past week first. As we had Miami of Ohio beat Kent State, UTSA over North Texas, us over Navy, Alabama over the Pandas. Virginia upsets Notre Dame 35-30. I've now seen that in both of my dynasties. Penn State 20-20 over Purdue. Maryland up to number 1 in the country continues their undefeated season over Rutgers there. Tennessee upsets Georgia. Georgia's second loss of the season. Clemson 28-7 at Pitt. Kansas State survives Arizona State 21-20. Kansas over BYU. South Carolina over Missouri. Auburn almost gets upset by UL Monroe, but they do come away with the win. USC beats up on Nebraska. Florida over LSU. Utah, big win over Colorado. And Samford upsets Louisville in huge fashion. 38-15, big win for the Cardinal. As we'll take a look at, let's just look at the Heisman watch. Patrick Jenkins would probably still be number 1, as insane as that is, and he is. Big game for him. Just take a quick glance at the season stats. Ty Thompson, still a lot of passing yards, 28 and 11, touchdown interception. Hughes, again, didn't get a whole lot of touches this last game, banged up. He's closing in on 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns so far on the season. Clayton Johnson, 777 at 10. Ty Thompson, 10 rushing touchdowns. Barnes does have one as well. Mario Williams continues to be perhaps the best wide receiver in all of college football. We just kind of peruse some of these guys for y'all to see. Despani leading the way in tackles. Machado still second. Patrick Jenkins, humongous season at defensive tackle. He will be sorely missed, the hometown kid. Aiden Huntington has been good. Grubbs has been outstanding as well. Yeah. So let's we'll go ahead and advance the bye week here. I do need to do some recruiting, so I do have 25 available points. Got locked out for Sharp. That's fine. Is we need to make sure we're getting. I'll put a couple more points into him there. Really need Blackerson to make a move there, but just not doing so. We'll do the full 65 there for Westerman. Try to finish up that recruiting. Looking decent there. Only 10 points left to maneuver around. Leading all there, fine. Yeah, looking okay, kind of everywhere. So I will just let's see. We need plenty of linebackers, so I will let's do this. Kind of take out. We'll utilize the full 25 there on fine, and we will advance the week and set up. I'll go over top 25 scores again, and we will hop out of here. Do get a commitment from a 2-star Nick Goodwin, Braden Steed, 2-star right guard. Just really need some bodies in a lot of this spot. And Tamini, 4-star wide receiver, commits to Texas out of nowhere. I mean, we were leading him heading into that week unless I overlooked something. Okay. Back to the drawing board. I'll probably try to find a wide receiver. Yeah, the next time I see you guys, we'll be taking on Memphis, our Tulane Green Wave. We're now up to number 20 in the polls, looking like a potential college football playoff team if we can keep it winning. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.